In the mad rush of city life, every second counts. For John, a businessman always chasing the next deadline, time was money. One afternoon, rushing to a crucial meeting, he stopped at a small food stall for a quick bite. As he waited impatiently, he noticed a young boy ahead of him, maybe around 10 years old, fumbling in his pockets. The boy's face fell as he realized he was short on money for his meal. He looked at the food, his eyes filled with a mix of hunger and disappointment. The vendor, busy with a long line, was starting to get impatient. John, initially annoyed by the delay, felt a sudden pang of empathy. He saw his own son in the boy's worried eyes. He remembered his own childhood, how a small treat could feel like the biggest deal in the world. Tapping the boy on the shoulder, he said, "Don't worry about it. I've got this." He paid for the boy's meal and his own, adding a little extra. "Make sure you eat well," he told the boy with a warm smile. The boy's face lit up with gratitude. "Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'll never forget this." John just nodded, grabbed his food, and hurried off. The boy's thankful voice quickly fading as he was swallowed again by the city's hustle. The small act was soon forgotten, just another brief moment in a life filled with meetings and contracts. 20 years flew by. John had built a successful empire, but the relentless pace had taken its toll. He was older, more tired, but still pushing himself. One fateful evening, while driving home late from the office, disaster struck. A sudden, blinding glare from an oncoming truck, a horrifying screech of tires, and then darkness. John woke up in a sterile white hospital room, a chorus of beeps and whirs his only company. He was alive, but barely. A catastrophic car accident had left him with severe internal injuries. His life was hanging by a thread, and he needed a series of complex, high-risk surgeries to have any chance of survival. The lead surgeon was a brilliant young doctor, renowned for his steady hands and innovative techniques. He was known for taking on the most challenging cases, the ones other doctors deemed hopeless. Day after day, night after night, he meticulously operated on John, fighting to piece him back together. It was a long, arduous battle. The medical team was amazed by the surgeon's dedication. He poured every ounce of his skill and energy into saving this one man. Weeks turned into months. Finally, against all odds, John began to recover. He was weak, but he was alive. One day, as he was starting to regain his strength, the young surgeon came to his room for a routine checkup. John looked at the man who had saved his life, his heart filled with a debt he could never repay. "Doctor," John said, his voice raspy, "I owe you my life. I don't know how I can ever thank you." The doctor smiled, a familiar, kind smile that stirred a distant memory in John's mind. The doctor then pulled out an old, worn-out wallet. From it, he carefully took out a faded, crinkled receipt from a small food store dated 20 years ago. He held it up for John to see. You don't owe me anything, sir, the doctor said softly. You paid my debt a long time ago. I was that hungry little boy at the food stall. You bought me a meal when I had nothing. Your kindness that day did more than just feed me. It inspired me. It taught me that one person can make a difference. I promised myself that one day I would pay it forward. I became a doctor to help people, just like you helped me. John stared, speechless, as tears welled up in his eyes. The world, which had seemed so big and chaotic, suddenly felt small and interconnected. That small, forgotten act of kindness, a few dollars for a hungry child, had circled back through time to save his own life. It was a powerful reminder that no good deed, no matter how small, is ever truly wasted. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more.